All right, fellas, here you go. Perfectly juicy, perfectly cooked. That's exactly what you want. Yeah, there's a big slab of fat right there, but we'll get around that. Anyway, that's how good this is. It's perfect. Good afternoon on this somewhat dreary Sunday, people of the internets. Today, as inspired from someone at school who said they had a terrible experience with steak over the weekend, I thought, what better thing than to make steak, but not just steak. Steak. This gigantic tomahawk ribeye, this beast, 1.5 or 1.63 kilograms, I think. It is massive. It is the proper thickness for a steak. If you have a steak any less thick than that, it's not thick enough. And just look at the size of it. No, there are a few dummy move mistakes that people make when cooking steak. No matter how you do it, whether you put it on the grill, whether you sear it in a cast iron skillet, which I'll be doing later, or whether you sous vide, which I'm also going to do. The simple, most important thing, people want to agitate their steak too much. In other words, when you get it out of the refrigerator, the first thing you do, open it, put it on a cutting board like this, don't touch it. Let it sit there for a half an hour, 45 minutes. Your steak will be much better if you let it come up to room temperature first. After it's at room temperature, you proceed to the next steps. Also, you see all this fat here. Some of this I'm gonna trim off. See if I can actually film that. But yeah, stand by. Okay, so necessary ingredients that you need to have aside from a thing that actually cooks and makes the steak hot. You need a big hunk of butter, probably a little more than this. I'll go get a bit. A clove of garlic that you have lightly crusted a little bit. A pot with a lid. Pepper. Salt. I use a pink Himalayan sea salt grinder here. And this is Japanese steak seasoning, which is awesome. It's just a mixture of salt and pepper and white pepper and whatever else. It's good. Anyway, first things first, garlic. And I just love doing this. People think I look stupid doing it. Fine, whatever. It's my favorite cooking hack. Okay, into the pot the garlic goes. Shake liberally. Open pot. Voila. Your garlic is completely peeled. All of it. See? Nothing left but this stuff. And there's your garlic. So, what I'm going to do is get the oven ready because I'm going to do the sous vide function on this. If you don't know what sous vide is, basically it's a technique of cooking that was invented, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, where you seal food in a bag, submerge it in water, and let it heat up that way. Very cool. But actually, this is going to be part steak video and part advertisement for my Anova precision oven because, wow. Anyway, the oven does that feature. And the reason I'm advertising for them right now is because the light bulb in my oven burned out. Just a little bulb. Cost, a US dollar to replace. Thanks to their fantastic warranty, Anova just said, here, we'll send you a new oven. You can keep the old one, do whatever you want with it. So, of course, I bought the dollar bulb and I repaired it, and now I have two, which is awesome. And you know, price wise, if you look at similar ovens around here, it's really cheap, you know, under 5,000 Hong Kong dollars. So I don't know, 650 US dollars for this thing, but it's the greatest oven ever. And we'll get to that later. But first, I'm gonna let the steak rest for its necessary time, and we'll get to cooking. So, back in a bit. Okay, part of the cool thing about this oven is it comes with an app that gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do. And this is a recipe for a porterhouse steak, but this is the closest thing I could find, and I assume it's going to turn out just as well. But I preheat the oven. I'll start that. Did I hit it? There. Alright, so preheated from the app here. And that will cook at 57.2 degrees Celsius, sous vide mode, and it'll use the food probe, which sticks into the steak, to get exactly the right temperature. So, and there it is, doing its thing. Alright, now that I've let the steak rest and warm up properly, time to season it. Go very liberal with the salt. We'll do this on both sides, but salt, pepper, and the Japanese steak seasoning I really love. Get it nice and coated on the outside. Flip it. Pat dry any of the blood that has seeped out there while it was resting, and do the exact same thing on this side. Phoebe's getting sad right now. Her hamsters are going away back to their owner. We've just been babysitting them. Okay. We are seasoned. We're good. We've got it in the oven. The food probe is attached and in the thickest part of the steak, and we're going to let it go until it reaches the pre-programmed temperature, I think, of 57.2. Let's see how long it takes. It is now 5:36 p.m. We'll come back just to check in very soon. Okay, target temperature reached. Exactly 1 hour, 12 minutes in. Let's stop, open, and feast upon that glorious looking thing. It's absolutely just right for what I want. Perfect. And we're going to get it out, and we're going to give it a sear. My butter and garlic going here. That's for basting. There's my stock. It's been going for a while now. The beef fat's almost rendered out. Now, in the meantime, while that's going, I'm going to take a blowtorch here, and I'm going to start to get some of this fat on the sides, just to get that char. And then I'll be searing in a few minutes. Get the proper crust you're looking for. Oh, it's going to be good. So right now I'm getting a cast iron skillet as hot as I can possibly make it. I mean, hot, hot, hot. I don't know how much hot. More than hot, hot can get hot. Hot, hot. Next, while this is getting hot, you want to coat the steak a little bit with a high smoke point oil. In my case, I'm using sunflower oil, which surprisingly has, according to Alexa, I just checked, a higher smoke point than peanut oil. So I'm just going to spray some of that on there. I'll get the other side once I move it over, and let's have some fun. Give the fan noise, because this is going to get smoky. But one of the mistakes that people make when they put a steak on the grill is they want to flip it, they want to poke it, and play with it, and agitate it. No, just leave it alone. Leave it there, let it crust build. At the same time, I'm going to be basting this with the butter and garlic mixture. Figure out where my basting brush is. Got it coated with the butter and garlic. You don't care if you burn the butter or the garlic. It's just basting. Just getting that flavor. Just flip it, look at that crust. That's exactly what you want to see. That is absolutely perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Done. Combination of cast iron skillet and blowtorch to finish off to make sure the sides were even. Temperature-wise, we are absolutely perfect. If you don't know how to tell that by touching a steak, basically what it is, this middle part of your hand here, the further in you go, the rarer it feels. Anyway, there's a thing with your nose you can do too, but anyway, this feels like a very solid medium rare. My wife won't eat anything less than that, unfortunately. But there you have it. First inclination might be to immediately cut into this tender, juicy, perfect steak and start eating. No. No, 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 no. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't breathe on it. Don't get near it. I'm doing this for educational purposes only. Do not do this. Or do not cut into it. In other words, do this. Let it sit there at least 10 to 15 minutes. That way everything finishes off just right. Okay, moment of truth. The steak has rested. Let's cut into it and see what we have here. Oh, it's so juicy. It's so perfect. Oh, the knife just effortlessly slides through. There you go. That's exactly what you want to have. That is steak. Can't wait. Been waiting for days for this. There we go. Oh, it's so good. Yes. That is steak, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Thank you, Anova Precision Oven. Thank you. All those countless videos I've watched online. Gordon Ramsay, his steak video was the one that, it's really the best. You know, the whole like crushed garlic and then butter based and sear. Combination of methods here, but wow. That's all I can say. Wow. That's how you do a steak. Now, go buy one of those ovens, Anova Precision Oven. Look it up, and go buy a big steak. Just tasty, yummy, delicious beef treated properly. No, they say beef is not very sustainable. Well, it's not, but if you do it right, I think it's okay. Maybe. Anyway, that's all from me. Later.